Andre Khatchaturian alongside Patriots beat writer Doug Kyed. And Doug, the first round of the NFL draft is come and gone. And shockingly, the biggest headline from the draft wasn't Jared Goff or Carson Wentz, but Laremy Tunsil, who sees his draft stock plummet to number 13 after a controversial video surfaced of him on social media. Now, Doug, the Ravens and Titans both picked before the Dolphins, and they took offensive lineman not named Tunsil. I don't know about you, but I think they kind of overreacted a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they definitely did. I think that teams kind of panicked a little bit when they saw the video surface. Teams are so used to looking into these issues months ahead of time, sometimes even years ahead of time, that when something like this surfaces the morning of the draft, or not the morning, but minutes before the draft begins, then they really don't have time to react accordingly. So I think that teams like the Ravens and the Titans absolutely overreacted, and I think that time will tell that Tunsil would have been the better pick for those teams.
Yeah, and of course the Twitter conspiracy theorists are all saying that the Dolphins might have hacked into the account and uploaded the video. But moving on to the New England Patriots, who didn't have a pick in the first round because of the Deflategate scandal. They would have been picking at number 29. Now, let's play a little hypothetical. Who do you think they would have taken?
That's a good question. I think that among the players who are available right now, Alabama defenders, linebacker Reggie Ragland, and defensive tackles Jaron Reed and Ashawn Robinson, any of those guys would have been possible. Indiana offensive tackle Jason Spriggs also would have been a good pick for them there. They definitely need some offensive tackle help. But the immediate names that Patriots fans will always be looking at for years to come as a game of what if will be Robert Nkemdiche, Vernon Butler, and Jermaine Ifedi, all of whom went in the first round after the Patriots would have been picking.
Yeah, and that just means today is a little bit more of a big deal for the Pats. They got a handful of picks, and they really got to nail those, especially since they didn't have one in the first round. Now let's move a little to back to the rest of the NFL. Who do you think is one guy that a team took that kind of went under the radar by media and Twitter?
I thought that the Jets made a great pick at number 20 by taking Ohio State linebacker Darren Lee. He was a guy who was ranked a little bit higher. He's one of those super athletic linebackers. I think that a lot of Jets fans were probably hoping that they would take Myles Jack, who has the knee injury that's causing him to tumble down in the draft. But I think that Lee will be a great young linebacker for the Jets, either in that inside role or as a pass rusher on third down at outside linebacker.
Yeah, you mentioned Myles Jack and his injury. I was kind of surprised, even with his injury, that he wasn't even taken in the first round. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty surprising. He was ranked as high as number 4 on some of the internet draft boards. So I was absolutely expecting him to go in the first round. I think everyone was, but sometimes these things happen with these injuries where the internet and reporters don't know nearly as much as teams do. I remember a few years back, Washington running back Chris Polk went undrafted because of an injury. So I don't think it will be that severe with Myles Jack, but it's obviously a pretty bad issue for him to fall out of the first round since he was so highly regarded coming into the draft.
Right, and before I let you go, Doug, what the hell were the Dallas Cowboys thinking at number 4? They already have Darren McFadden. They already have Alfred Morris. They go with Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, they might have the greatest back combo in the game right now, but what were they thinking?
Yeah, I can never justify taking a running back in the first 5 picks. In that spot, I would have taken Jalen Ramsey, DeForest Buckner, someone else, but Jerry Jones loves those skill position players, and I don't know. What are the chances that Elliott is that much better than any running back taken in the second or third round? I just don't think it's that high, and I think that probably will wind up looking like a mistake for your Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, in the second round, they could have taken Derrick Henry, and that would have been fine. I mean, not a huge drop off.
I agree.
Yeah, anyway.
Could have taken Kenneth Dixon in the third round or Devontae Booker. Yeah, it's not a super strong class of running backs, but it's a pretty decent one. And there's a lot of players who have that versatile skill set that Elliott has. So, no, I think that's all your boy Jerry Jones there.
And with that offensive line, I mean, literally put anybody there, and you'll still be fine. I just didn't understand that, but definitely an interesting draft. And but some people say the 2nd through 7th rounds are the more important ones. That's where you get all your diamonds in the rough. And in order to see all of that, the draft coverage, keep it on NESN.com. Thank you very much, Doug.
Absolutely.